When a woman is thinking about you, her body language often reveals far more than words ever can. These small, quiet and mostly subconscious signals act like hidden codes, silent messages that give you deep insight into her attraction and emotional state. The truth is, most men overlook these signs completely, and because of that, they miss chances to create stronger and more meaningful connections. But when you learn how to notice and understand them, you can uncover her unspoken desires and even move the connection to a deeper level. Today, I'm sharing 9 powerful signs that show she's fantasizing about you and thinking about you more than you realize. These signals are real psychological indicators that she's not just casually interested, she's mentally placing you into her personal world. Stay with me until the very end, because the final sign, number 9, is the one women struggle to control, and it reveals exactly what she's feeling deep inside. One of the earliest signs that a woman feels something strong around you is subtle restlessness. When you are near, she may suddenly become more aware of her own body. Her hands won't stay still. She might adjust her bracelet, straighten her sleeves, smooth her clothes, tap her fingers, or shift her weight without realizing it. This kind of fidgeting isn't random. It's nervous energy. It appears when emotions rise faster than the mind can manage. Attraction often creates that inner tension. Her body reacts before her thoughts catch up. You may notice her twisting a pen, touching her rings, or constantly changing posture while talking to you. The key detail is contrast. Pay attention to what happens when you step away. If the movement fades when you're gone and returns when you come back, that tells you something important. Her nervous system is responding to your presence, not the environment. Another early indicator shows up through her hair. Hair is one of the most instinctive tools of attraction. When a woman feels drawn to someone, her hands often move toward it automatically. She might twirl a strand, tuck it behind her ear, flip it over her shoulder, or run her fingers through it while listening to you speak. This isn't just grooming, it's subconscious presentation. She's highlighting herself without realizing she's doing it. Hair touching also helps release tension. If she feels slightly self-conscious around you, her hands look for something familiar and comforting. Timing matters. When these movements happen right after eye contact or while you're speaking, it's rarely accidental. It's awareness. She cares how she appears to you, but hands and hair only tell part of the story. The eyes reveal far more than most people realize. When a woman is emotionally or mentally drawn in, her gaze changes. She may hold eye contact longer than usual. She might look at you, glance away briefly, then return her gaze moments later. Sometimes she watches when she thinks you're not paying attention. There's biology behind this. Emotional stimulation can cause pupils to widen slightly. Her eyes may appear brighter or more focused when she looks at you. During conversation, notice if her gaze drifts from your eyes down toward your lips and then back again. That brief movement often signals imagined closeness. It happens beneath conscious thought. As attraction grows, distance begins to shrink. People don't reduce personal space unless they feel comfortable or curious. When a woman feels drawn to you, she'll find small ways to move closer. She may lean in when you talk, stand nearer than necessary, or choose a seat beside you, even when others are available. Sometimes there's a light brush as she passes, subtle enough to feel accidental. These moments are rarely accidents. Her body is responding naturally. Leaning in doesn't just signal physical interest. It often reflects emotional openness as well. She wants to be closer, to hear you more clearly, to feel connected. Another powerful sign shows up through mirroring. This happens when she unconsciously copies your movements, posture, or energy. If you cross your legs and she does the same shortly after, that's mirroring. If you lean forward and she follows, that's alignment. Even tone can be mirrored. When you speak calmly, her voice softens. When you become animated, she matches your enthusiasm. Mirroring is the subconscious attempt to sync. It happens when someone feels comfortable and emotionally engaged. Her nervous system is tuning itself to yours. Many men overlook this because they focus only on facial expressions, but the body often tells the truth more clearly. In fact, one of the most honest indicators is often ignored completely. Her feet. Feet rarely lie because most people don't control them consciously. If her feet point toward you during conversation, even while she's talking to others, it shows where her attention truly is. In group settings, this becomes especially revealing. She may laugh with everyone, but her feet remain oriented toward you. When attraction is mixed with nervousness, attention often shifts to the neck and collarbone. These areas are sensitive and vulnerable. If she adjusts her necklace, brushes her fingers along her collarbone, or rubs the back of her neck while talking to you, it can signal both excitement and self-soothing. On one level, she's calming herself. On another, she's subtly highlighting intimacy. As emotions rise further, some reactions escape all control. Blushing is one of the clearest examples. It cannot be forced or hidden easily. When a woman blushes around you, whether after a compliment, a close moment, or even your arrival, her body is revealing emotion before logic intervenes. That warmth in her cheeks is honest. It's the nervous system responding to feeling. Another subtle but revealing sign involves her lips. When attraction turns more physical in her mind, her lips often become a focal point. She may bite them gently, press them together, lick them lightly, or touch them absent-mindedly while listening. These actions are automatic. They draw attention without intention. If you notice her eyes briefly moving between your eyes and your lips while she does this, it often signals imagined closeness. Her attention is drifting between what you're saying and what she's picturing. That moment is not planned. It's spontaneous. Beyond these signals, there are deeper layers. One is touch. When a woman feels drawn to someone, she often finds innocent reasons to close the gap. A light touch on the arm while laughing, fingers brushing when handing something over, a playful nudge during conversation. Each moment feels casual on its own, but repetition creates a pattern. Touch releases bonding chemicals in the brain. Even brief contact can strengthen emotional association. Watch her reaction afterward. A soft smile, a quick look away, a slight blush. Those responses matter. They show the touch meant something. Another strong indicator appears in conversation. When she begins placing you into imagined scenarios, you've entered her inner world. She might casually say things like, "If you were there, you'd probably handle that better," or joke about experiences you'd share together. Sometimes she frames future moments with "we" instead of "I." These comments aren't random. They reveal imagination at work. From a psychological standpoint, this is where emotional attachment forms. When someone starts picturing you in future moments, you've moved beyond being just a presence. You've become part of her inner narrative. So when you step back and observe the pattern, the story becomes clear. Restless movements when you're near, hair touching, lingering eye contact, leaning closer, mirroring your energy, feet oriented toward you, touching the neck, blushing, attention drifting to your lips. On their own, each sign might seem small. Together, they form a powerful message. Words can be chosen carefully. Body language cannot. It speaks from the subconscious. When you learn to read these signals, you stop guessing. You stop second-guessing yourself. You understand what's happening beneath the surface, and that understanding allows you to respond with calm confidence instead of hesitation. If this breakdown helped you see attraction more clearly, support the channel so more men can learn these insights. Subscribe for deeper content on psychology, connection, and human behavior. And let me know in the comments, have you ever noticed these signs before, only to realize later what they meant? Until next time, stay aware, stay grounded, and stay observant.